the Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. Now, first things first, it's taken me a little while to kind of get on here just because StreamYard isn't picking up my mic properly. So on that note, test 1 2, test 1 2. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know. Please do leave in the comments below. If you can hear me, big shout out to Mr. Cox. I see you. Go and enjoy your gym session, my brother. Go smash a few reps from me. Can you hear me? Yeah. All right. Cool. Good. All right. So let's get into this. Obviously, you are through to Eagle Eye. You're through to Eagle Eye. Let me try that again. You're through to Late Night Chat with Chig, where I talk to you about topics that are on my mind. And I had one on my mind, which was going to be the Pepe discussion. We are going to simply move the Pepe discussion until tomorrow. I was going to talk about this a week ago because I saw some quotes a week ago. And I was going to leave it. And then obviously England played. Who the fuck did they play? Chat room. Who did England play again? I've forgotten their names. Some European nobodies. Anyway, they won 5-3. And you know, it wasn't a great performance. Quite honestly, it looked like watching Arsenal play. Excellent in attack, absolutely diabolical in defense. Kosovo, there you go, Kosovo. And yeah, it wasn't the greatest performance, but they did have individual really good performances. I thought Sterling was fantastic. My only thing with Sterling, my man is selfish on the ball, bro. The amount of times this guy could have passed and he just kept going and going, I was just like, bro. So you ended up overplaying that because you didn't just hit a simple pass. You could see they're a team of individuals, which I guess is what internationals are all about. But I'll give England something. They somehow turned themselves into a very unboring team. I'll give them that. I watched them yesterday. It was the first time I watched an England match since that World Cup run that they had. And really enjoyed it. I thought they played, at least attacking-wise, very well. Defensively, they were an absolute joke. Where have I said that before? Prince Rupert, I've literally just finished watching last night's video, Chig. There you go. Don't have a Chig overload, Prince Rupert. So another performance that was really, really good was Jordan Sancho. Now, if you speak to any United fan, they are absolutely convinced that they're going to get Jordan Sancho either January or next summer. In the same way that for some unusual reason, if you speak to an Arsenal fan, we are absolutely convinced we're going to get Upamecano in January. There's no evidence of this. People have just decided that this is going to happen. I think January might come as a disappointment to a lot of people. So this is the person that essentially most United fans are banking on. And you can see he's an excellent player. Very, very nimble, very, very confident, got loads of confidence. And you can see why people are excited about this guy. Now, I've moaned about this particular subject before. And interestingly enough, I'm going to share this with you now. I got into a discussion on Twitter. So let's see. Let me share this with you guys now so you can see that I don't just make these stories up. I actually do get into these discussions with people. Hold on one sec. Let's get into this. Should we go application or window? Let's go entire screen. Fuck it. Entire screen. You guys can now see my screen, presumably. We are going to... No dodgy shit comes up this time. And you can see that I put up this particular story. This story, first of all, before we get some context. So Arsene Wenger's come out again, and he's decided to tell I almost signed this geezer story. Never understood the purpose behind Jordan Sancho. Sorry. Him as he if you not only than any Arsenal team we've ever, it's probably one of the best Premier League teams. Forget the team. The song alone, Lionel Messi, and his story again for the 5th or 6th time. Because we as Arsenal fans don't want to hear that shit. You almost did something. Never mind, 5th time. I've never understood when I last ranted about this subject. This exact thing happened, right? I woke up, was with my some breakfast, and get the other half, you know. So I made and then I went off and I did something. Funny enough, I think it was something for later. Then I received a damn text about 2 hours later. I saw you. I almost felt like giving. Why do I want to hear this shit now? I've heard that shit earlier when I was with your ass. Well, why would I hear this shit now? Like, what does that do to me now? Do you know what I mean? What kind of bullshit is that? By the time I came back, she was asleep. This is what I'm trying to say. It's just like people don't understand, right? So I got into this dummy, straightforward reason I don't like these stories being talked. I'm in a name and shame discussion with this geezer, right? Put this thing up, minding my own business, right? It's on my. So you best believe, right? Why are you so triggered by this? You only know about Jordan Sancho now because he's blown up. When he couldn't get a game at City, I don't recall you crying for the club to sign him. The fuck is this tweet? What does the last bit have to do fucking anything? Who cares about what the fuck I knew about him? You scout a player, you didn't get him, no fucking problem. Why do I want to hear this story now, though? Now that he's a superstar, now that he's doing his thing, now that he's worth 50 to 60 million plus, what does this have to do with anything? This particular part of the dumb tweet, right? So then I was like, all right, I'm triggered by this. I tried to calmly explain. I thought to myself, this guy's clearly trying to get a rise. So I'm going to just give a nice, calm response. So I'm triggered by this because, you know, Arsene has a habit of telling these I almost signed stories. I don't know, I gave him the example I just gave to you, or a little bit of a variation to it, right? Then this is his ignorant response. I like how you danced around my point, which is that you never wanted Jordan Sancho. So I don't see the big issue in talking about this. Like every team misses out on signings. First of all, 2 things about this. Who the fuck danced around the issue? I explained why I'm annoyed as to why I felt like I needed to put this story up on my page. So who the fuck is dancing around it? I'm explaining it head on. Second of all, literally every team missing out on signings. You're absolutely right. But every team doesn't also have an former manager that then comes out for some stupid reason every 3-4 months to try to start talking to us about how he almost signed these freaking players. That's the point I'm making. Like, I don't think this is a particularly difficult point to understand. So I ain't gonna lie, I started getting annoyed. I was like, who the fuck cares whether I knew about it? Because this is the second time he made this point of saying, well, you never knew about him, so what difference does it make? I'm like, what are you talking about? Who gives a fuck whether I know about him or not? I'm saying, why come out and tell us the story now? Who gives a fuck whether I knew about it? Why do you keep pinning that up? Right? And then he goes, why are you swearing? You're so triggered. You are not fond of Arsene Wenger, so why does it bother you what he says? Or just scroll up, nigga. Right? Now, you say nigga, whatever, motherfucker. You ain't my boy. You don't need to start calling me nigga anything. Second of all, what are you fucking talking about? Me not being fond of Arsene Wenger. Okay, so if I'm not fond of Arsene Wenger, why do I want him talking about my club? Why can't I then have an opinion on him then talking about my club? I'm talking about who we could and couldn't have signed. So what the fuck are you talking about? So you know when one brings up some stupid points in an argument, you just think, you know what, you dickhead, let me mute this conversation. Because clearly I'm not going to then like your response. And then we're just going to get into a back and fucking forth. And then I realized, why am I in this stupid argument? So I said, you know what? I don't even know what to say to this. So I'm going to stop. How I get myself into these dumb ass conversations, I will never know. And then swiftly muted him after a bit. I thought, I don't want to hear your bullshit. This is the type of stupid shit as to why I avoid Twitter. Because for some reason, people feel like it's the platform to start taking on Chig about relatively simple posts. Like, I won't necessarily put shit out there for starting trouble, but I am a commenter on news, especially Arsenal news. So if I see some bullshit like this, surprise, surprise, motherfucker, I'm going to still talk about it. And here's the thing about me. I don't enter people's conversations. I'll put shit on my platform, voicing my opinion. But then when you come to me with some stupid shit, I will call you the fuck out. This is an example of what I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. People, my question to you guys is, am I wrong in my stance, or do you guys agree with him? That's my question to you. In terms of what Alex Erhardt said, listen, to me, unless he gets into an interview, and I'll come to the I'm lagging Chig. You know why? It's because I keep bringing up fucking Windows. So let me close it. Right? Now, here's the thing that I'm going to ask you guys, right? Now, yes, I hear what Alex Erhardt is saying. That, oh, well, you know, he's in an interview and he's asked these questions. He's asked these questions then seemingly every 4 or 5 months. And it has been like that for the last 4 or 5 years. This is like people are asking him the same questions about shit he's already answered. Do you know, if it was me, I would say, I would have skillfully said, you know what? I've come to realize that these stories do annoy Arsenal fans. And I could see why. That, you know, you almost signed X player, you almost signed Y player. The one thing is for certain, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi are two of the greatest ever. Jordan Sancho is an amazing talent and someone that I would have definitely loved to have signed for Arsenal. To me, that is a fucking diplomatic way of dodging the bullet and then bounce it. Don't start talking about the fact that, oh, well, you know, you signed Jordan Sancho and you brought him around the stadium and you spoke to his mum and Rago, you took the mum on the date and you tried to swerve her with a couple of drinks and you almost did the deed right there and then on the bar, but you decided to play a little bit classy and you took the mum home and you started doing that. I don't want to hear this shit, bruv. Unless he's actually signed for Arsenal, or no, in fact, unless he's actually signed for Arsenal, I want to hear how you almost did something. For me, I find it unbelievable. Just seeing something to trigger me just now. I find it unbelievable that this even becomes a debate. As for Mr. Rob Reeves, I understand, Ed, but it is a regular thing, and usually Lee Gunner puts it out first, and then Chig copies the subject. Rob Reeves, let me say something to you. Chig don't copy anyone. Let me tell you something right now. Chig's been at home, been at work all day long. This is something that's an Arsenal subject that has been broken. Of course, I'm going to speak about it, regardless of whoever has touched the subject. Chig doesn't copy anyone, and Chig doesn't copy anyone else's opinion. So please don't come to my chat room with that bullshit and then start discussing it with others. Because I've just seen that comment now. Unbelievable. Thank you, by the way, Chris. I did see your donation, my bro. Thank you. Yeah. And this guy completely gets what I'm talking about. If the whole point is to show that, oh, well, you know, I have a good eye and this, that, the other, all right. But to still show it now, it's just like, bruh, as far as I can tell, all you're demonstrating is how you saw all these good players and failed to get them. These are not good stories. This is not a good look. To me, the only way I could even compare it is if I came to you lot and I said, you lot, girls, boys, look at these tens that I managed to talk to in the bar. Look at all these girls who are tens. Absolutely, they're all tens, they're all dime pieces. And then your next question is, cool, did you get the number though? No. But I held a conversation with them. The fuck does that mean? Did you bang them? Did you fuck them? No. Cool. So why are you telling me this fucking story? Do you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It is amazing. It's amazing that should even be a fucking discussion. Like, what are you talking about? Oh gosh. So yeah, that is why I'm annoyed. Yes, I am going to talk about it. Lee is my absolute brother. But again, to this Rob Reeves guy, because I've seen him a couple of times now. And I did see that Edward was trying to defend me. Thank you, Edward. I have no idea why you would come out and say some bullshit like this. Of course, I come back and I talk about late night videos. Did it ever occur to you that it could be a case of timing? That so one person is able to do it before another? No, I'm guessing it wasn't. So don't make stupid comments like that. Anyway, moving on. Let me not show this guy too much more attention than that. Chig is always pissed off these days. It's old age, AJ. It's old age. Things just wind me up. And Arsene Wenger is one of those people who winds me up. You see, for me, if you don't believe that this is a dumb tweet at all, cool. The man is entitled to whatever he wants to say. But quite honestly, he's also entitled to receive the backlash he'll receive from Arsenal fans. They don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear how you almost signed Cristiano and Ronaldo for the 18th fucking time. Why do I want to hear that? Like, why do I want to hear that? It's like me coming on here and just boasting and bragging about the fact that I talked to all these chicks and I didn't speak to a damn. I didn't get a number. I didn't beat anyone. I didn't do nothing. So what's the problem? What's the point? And this is what Carl Williams says. That's the I don't understand about these damn dumb stories. Surely that means you took an L on every single one that you didn't get then. And for me, the one that I know for a fact, and I remember it, was the one matter one. Now, a lot of you guys might be thinking, all right, who gives a fuck? It's one matter. Listen, Juan Mata's better than a lot of players we've had at this club. And I remember Juan Mata, that deal was supposed to have been done. He was supposed to be done. I remember that they were taking him around the stadium and we'd offer him £60,000 a week. He took a tour around the Emirates and the deal was more or less verbally agreed. All he wanted to do was go home, talk to his family about it. The deal was done. The next day, Chelsea come in, £70,000 a week. Literally, I think it took 24 hours from there. He signed for Chelsea. Carlos Tevez, it was another one. I remember that Carlos Tevez story before he went to West Ham. The only people that were being linked with Carlos Tevez was us. And we had that. We were talking to him, constant negotiations. Then for a brief couple of days, it was about we were speaking to Mascherano as well. And I thought, okay, Arsenal are on this thing. And then all of a sudden, the story just fell through. And then West Ham picked both of them up. That's another one we almost could have signed. I don't want to hear these stories, though. Look, to me, let me put something out there, right? This is a controversial one because you guys know I'm not a huge fan of Arsene Wenger. I want to get Arsene Wenger's book. When he puts out that book, I'm going to get it because there are a lot of things that I genuinely would love to know. And I think his book would be a fascinating read. However, what I don't want to hear is half of the book to be talking about how he could have, should have, could have, kind of, sort of, maybe signed X person two years ago, 2 years before he blew up. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to read that. And you know what? If it's in my face and it's in my mentions, then yes, I'm going to talk about it because you know why? Because that is not the first time I've heard that story. Even the Sancho story is not the first time I've heard that story. Which means to the Alex Earharts in the room and to the what's one on Twitter, that means I have the right to comment on stories that I think are dumb. And that's one of those stories that I think are dumb. We're laughing stock with all these missed players. Oh, is he? Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be flipping streaming? Thank you. Big shout out to Chris P as well. Abramovich, Yaya, PK, Ronaldo. Remember at the time, dude, it was only Messi. Now Sancho. I didn't know he is before he came out with it. Chris, I'm telling you, he comes out with all of them, bro. All of them. All of them. We should have signed so many players according to him. It's one of the most frustrating tales. Ibrahimovic is a classic one. It's a classic one. It's like, why do I want to hear that we almost signed one of the best strikers to have ever been? At least top 20. Top 20, top 30. Why do I want to hear that? It's unbelievable. Anyway, you're right, Chris. I love all the Chris's in the chat, of course. There's like 4. There's this geezer. There's this geezer. Let's get. Us Chris's have got to stand together, you know. Mad ST9. Look at the positives, Chig. 2 days to Friday. Yes, you're absolutely right. 2 days to Friday. A weekend of rest. My voice is struggling, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Just a cough I need to get over, but it's getting there. You guys, please do leave a like on this video. I hope you're enjoying it. Do stick a like on this video. Do leave me any questions that you want to. I'm going to stay on 15 minutes before I bounce. 15 minutes. Happy hump day, as Lee kind of would say. Sure, happy hump day. Happy hump day, Edward. Mike Titcherin. I think Wenger wants fans to know he tried to get the talents in. He's possibly, do you know what? Let me stick that up. He's possibly making an oblique swipe at the ambitions of the club. Unfortunately, this what if stuff is banter fuel. Exactly. This guy gets it. This guy gets it. In fact, you've gone a little step further beyond me because you actually tried to figure out why he might be doing such a thing. And you could be right. Maybe that's his grand plan to show that he saw all this talent. He tried to get all this talent, but he wasn't backed. It's just all right. Then cool. We know the previous people in charge were bullshit. We know that. What we don't want to hear is these stories that distract from what is in front of us now. I don't want to hear about stories that distract from what we need to get. And that's the point I'm making. Can't lie. 2007, Wenger always took the blame from fans instead of the cowardly board. Yep. And that's why you have to blame them both, to be honest. Watch along Sunday, Chig. Yep, I'm ready. I'm good to go. I'm set. So yes, I will be doing a watch along on Sunday at 4:30. If I see Xhaka versus Watford, Xhaka again versus Watford, Emre's excuses are running out. I'm gonna lie, Emre is pissing people off with this Xhaka stance. He is. Xhaka supposedly is injured, as is Torreira. They both picked up knocks in international duty. I don't wish injury on anyone because I just feel like that's bad. That's some bad juju. What I will talk about without wishing any glee on his injury is at least from the point of that decision is taken out of Emre's hands, we might be able to actually pick a balanced midfield. So I won't necessarily say it's a good thing because, like I said, I don't want that bad energy around me. But what I would say is at least that decision's been taken out of his hands so Emre could have the opportunity to pick a balanced midfield. My man Chris P coming through again. Are you VP in disguise? That's the real question. Dude, Ibrahimovic was in an Arsenal shirt. Bruv, I'm telling you, I know. That's why the Ibrahimovic one is the most infamous story. Because beyond all of these, the ones that where Wenger spoke to the managers or spoke to the dad or spoke to the agent or spoke to the player or gave the player a tour, we had this guy locked. Oh, we just fucked it up by asking him to do a trial. We had him blocked. It wasn't Wenger that released it, dude. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So Ibrahimovic was in an Arsenal shirt on the back of the mirror at the time, mate. It wasn't Wenger that released it. No, but it was someone within the club. Listen, don't get it twisted. All the failed signings are not Arsene Wenger's fault. In fact, actually, probably the other way around. He probably was the board. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, why do I want to hear this story now about how we as a club, under his management, failed to get these targets? I'm not saying they're necessarily his fault, but I'm just saying, why are you pointing towards failure? Because whether it was his fault or not, he was the manager at this time. He was the one negotiating at this time. He was the one that had full control. It wasn't like how it is now, where the club had dedicated jobs and a manager was in the background, sweet talking them if they needed to be sweet talk. He was the one that ran the show. So yeah, the picture might not have been released by Wenger, but best believe the whole failure had a lot to do with him. Chig, iPhone 11 review. Mad ST9, you will never see that from me. I'm not an iPhone guy. But an iPhone. I'm Samsung for life. Seemingly, apparently. Wenger is like that one guy on Twitter who pretends they've watched every play. It would have surprised me if he had watched players, though. It wouldn't. It would not surprise me if he had watched players. Because it doesn't seem like he has much of a life past football. You know, I think he got divorced in 2009, 11. I think it was 11. I remember reading a story about how he fucked some next woman. And I think it was 2011 he divorced. And then I know he's not remarried or anything. He's just coasts now. So yeah. Exactly, Chig. I think he feels insecure about his legacy and pipes that stuff out his bum to make it seem like his hands was tied or that he was unlucky. And that's the thing, Mike. Here's the thing. For all of my griefs with Arsene Wenger, you will never, ever catch me saying that he's not a legend, that he's not going to be remembered at the club, that he doesn't have a legacy, that he's not the most successful manager we've ever had. You won't catch me saying that. Everybody else can say what they want. I'll say those things. I have no problem saying those things. But he also has harmed his legacy. That's also true. Staying 3-4 years past when he should have, at a minimum, helped harm that legacy. These type of stories don't help him be remembered fondly, is the point I'm trying to make. You know, whether you want to associate certain things with Arsene Wenger or not, it's beside the point. Why are you bringing up painful? Okay, maybe I'm overdoing it by saying painful. Why are you bringing up contentious stuff with fans that you know they're not going to be happy with? Surely you know that. Surely you know that. How could that phone cost more than a gaming computer? I'm with you. I'm not an iPhone guy. I'm not. I have one for a work phone. It's damn sure it's not anything special. I would have any Android over it, and I mean that. I love what Wenger did for us, but no European trophies was arguably the best Premier League team ever as a failure. You gotta say that's his opinion. I don't think you could ever call a man that's won 3 Premier League trophies a failure, in my view. I don't think you could call him a failure. I don't think you could call him a pretender or anything like that. The man will be remembered, maybe not necessarily in the best light, but he'll be remembered as a legend, and rightly so. But I go back to my original point for the video. What I don't want to hear is stupid stories about how you almost did something good for us. No, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear some idiot boast and brag and talk about how he almost chatted up all these 10s at the bar. Cool. Did you bang the 10s? No. Did you marry the 10s? No. Are you dating the 10s? No. So what the fuck does this shit have to do? Why are you telling me the story then? You didn't do shit with it. You're telling me how you chatted up Beyonce. Cool. What did you do for it? You didn't even get a picture with Beyonce. So for all I know, you're bullshitting. So why do I care about this story? Do you know? That's the point I'm making. Got nothing to do with, and this is what I was trying to make to the point on Twitter. It's got nothing to do with whether I knew about Beyonce 2 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Or whether, you know, it was Beyonce, whether it was your fault that rumors of you and Beyonce started, like not Alex Earhart, like Chris P was saying. That's beside the point. You've decided to tell this story now, albeit based on an interview, which, let's be honest, you didn't need to answer the question again for the 8th time. Just stop telling these stories. Cool, we get it. You've got an eye for talent. We know you have an eye for talent. You discovered 2 one of the best ever strikers that the Premier League that's ever graced the Premier League. That in itself should be part of your legacy. You don't need to keep telling us these stupid stories. That's the point I'm making. Proud owner of an S9 here. I'm an S10 geezer. I'm an S10 guy myself. All it does is to annoy fans. There's no need to mention it at all. Exactly. Android all the way. Can't watch football because I got GCSEs. Oh, I didn't even know you were that young, man. How old are you? Gosh, I should have cut. This should have come with some sort of parental warning. I didn't even realize you were that young. He gets asked, is my point. He doesn't come out with it to annoy people. He'll regret it as anyone does, looking back and reflecting. Idiots thinking his hands weren't tied out, diluted. He's a class guy. Chris P, listen, my brother, you are perfectly welcome to your view. As am I. And I think regardless of if somebody asks you 15 questions about the same subject, if you know it's going to annoy people, and like you say, he's intelligent enough to know that people don't want to hear the story again. We didn't want to hear the story when he was the manager of Arsenal. It's doubly worse in a way that he's not the manager of Arsenal and he's still talking about this type of shit. That's the point I'm making. You know, it distracts us from supporting the team through the season where we have to sit here and think about, fuck, so we could have had Jordan Sancho as well. You know? Yes, I get it. You almost signed Raheem Sterling. That's another one, by the way, people. That's another one. Yes, you could have signed Raheem Sterling. Yes, you could have signed Luis Suarez. Yes, you could have signed X. You could have signed Y. We don't want to hear this. We don't want to hear this now. Do you know why I haven't commented on the rest of his interview where he talked about how, you know, where he thinks Arsenal will finish and, you know, just other bits and bobs and the fact that he thinks we're in the title race and that? I think he's welcome to his opinion. See that type of stuff? Crack on. Because I see that's also pissing people off. I think it's perfectly understandable that in an interview where people are excited for once about Arsenal's season based on their summer business, and he's a former Arsenal manager, and he's interviewed and asked about Arsenal's season and where he believes they'll end up. For me, I have no issue with him commenting on whatever he wants to comment about in that regard. That's fine. No problem. But you talking about this, well, I could have signed and almost signed, and I was just about to sign X player. That shit is old and I don't want to hear it anymore. It's as simple as that. That's not me disrespecting him or anything like that. That is just me just telling it how it is. Crispy's VP in disguise. Crispy is my guy. We don't necessarily need to see eye to eye. We just need to have a discussion. By the way, guys, can someone take care of this dickhead? My man's talking about me fucking, talking about girls fucking, and his username is Daddy Lover. What an idiot. Wenger's doing a heavy D in Big Brother with Chloe Khan. I just realized today that I followed her on Instagram. I didn't even realize I followed her on Instagram. All I'm going to say is a lot of plastic. VP just wanted to be another Chris. leave Chris P alone. I definitely don't think that's VP, by the way. Because VP ain't even an Arsenal fan. He's a Liverpool fan. Chris P, you can tell, is an adamant, passionate Arsenal fan. And by the way, just because you don't agree with me You still have a bad man name, and you are more than welcome to share your opinion. No problem. Nimsy, come on now. Come on now. Let's talk about how science. See, I ain't gonna lie to you. This was gonna be my very point. Like, cool, yeah, you almost signed X person and that person. You almost signed Kante too. But then you ended up and thought, you know what? Nah, I'll sign Xhaka. Talk about that. Talk about your rationale for signing Granit Xhaka. Talk about your rationale for signing Mustafi instead of you almost signing, I don't know, a decent defender. Any decent defender. If you want to talk about stuff, let's talk about that. I'm 15, turning 16. You can swear all you want to. Brother, I wish you hadn't even told me that. Now I do feel bad for swearing. So I'm going to control myself. But you're welcome. Good luck on your studies. Study. Don't listen to idiots like me. Study. Study, 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 study. GCSE, you know. Ratted. The real GCSEs are easier than the mocks, my guy. They just want to scare you into revising, which you should. Amen. The most sensible thing that's been said so far in this stream by Joseph, right there. Maceco. Where my admin's at, just take care of this dickhead. Don't even time him out. Just block him from the channel. Hide him from the channel. Do you know what? Actually, I think I might be able to. No, I can't, but I can go in the chat and do it myself. Fuck it. All right, guys. I'm doing some overtime. Where's VP when you need him? I need that OT fund. So I'll do 5 more minutes and I'm out because you can hear me coughing more and more. So I need to go sort that out. Plus, I just seen that Kano's done a set, so I need to go and visit that and find out what I'm going for that. Please do stick a like on this video. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Even if people are saying they're copying Lee, which is just nuts. Hold on, let me take care of this geezer. Apparently I have no mods in here. All right, so Archie, make you a mod, brother. Should have made you a mod in the first place. I'll make you a mod. Take care of this dickhead. Hide user on the channel. Yes, please. Let's take care of that fool. Right. Any thoughts on the game on the weekend? Any thoughts on the game? Any thoughts on the game? Any thoughts on the game on the weekend? 3-1. It is Watford, and they've just got a new manager. They've got one of their old managers back. I don't know. Watford, the way they do business is some crazy shit. Chig, who do you think is better footballer, Messi or Ronaldo? If so, so funny enough, I was just having this discussion with my mates earlier. Messi's the best to ever do it. Full stop. I think Ronaldo's achieved more. And there's definitely a valid argument that can be made to say that, oh, well, he's done it for more clubs and has achieved more trophies. But I still think Messi's the best to have ever done it. Even though I think I've got the feeling that both guys are not particularly nice people. But sometimes to be successful, only sometimes to be successful, you can't be nice. And they certainly aren't that. So there you go. Chig, don't worry about me. I just say anything you want. I've been playing GTA since I was 4. Oh my gosh. Since you were 4. Save my... Oh, no, I'll be doing a preview for the game on Friday. So Friday, I'll be doing a preview for the game. That won't be a late night episode. That'll be an early episode because I'm working from home. So I'll take some time out and I will do a preview with you guys on Friday. So yeah, do look out for that one. Chig, I'm happy to be to mod if you need. Yeah, apparently I need more. I can't believe there's none. None? I'll have 2 more. I'll have Mad ST9 as he asked so nicely. And I'll have Edward. Although I will say this, use the responsibility wisely. All right, 5 more minutes. All right, 10 past and I'm out of here because I know I keep extending it. 10 past and I'm out. No, I've not done long episodes recently, so yeah. All right, I'm back. Do you think Leicester can break into the top 6? If so, who will drop out? Yes, this year. I got a feeling United will. I think United will drop out of the top 6. So yes, I do. And you know what? I will say this about Leicester. I was wrong about Brendan Rodgers, you know. When I thought he was going to become Arsenal manager, I was like, oh, fuck off. No. But actually, if Emery was to leave, it wouldn't be the worst choice. I completely changed my mind on that now. See, this is what happens, people. You're allowed to change your mind if you have some new information. And I've seen what he's about. Funnily enough, the story I was going to go with, while we're on managers, by the way, the story I was going to go with before I saw this Arsene Wenger stuff was Mikel Arteta. I saw his punk ass today coming out saying, oh, well, he dropped out of the race to become Arsenal manager, that he dropped out of the race to be considered for Newcastle and Arsenal because he felt that he would be better off staying as a number 2 to Pep, and then in hope that when Pep does leave, he then becomes the natural successor. Couple of things of that. So you're putting us in the same fucking bracket as Newcastle, first of all. Second of all, I call bullshit. If Arsenal had made that offer, you would have taken it. 100%. Whatever you need to make yourself feel better, sweetheart. There is no chance that you decided that they were about to offer you a contract and then you said, nah, no chance. No fucking chance. I hate it when people come out some bullshit like that. No chance. So yeah, no, Mikel Arteta. We were relieved when Emre became available. I know I fucking was. I was dreading that Arteta decision. I'll be honest. I was shitting myself. I was like, fuck it out. Are we really going to give the job to Mikel Arteta? So I'm happy. And I know, yes, I know he's supposed to be hot shit as a manager or as a coach or whatever, but no. Score prediction for Sunday, Chig. Tune in on Friday. I'll give you that score prediction. I can't wait for Sunday. Me too. I honestly, I hate the international break. I hate it. It's so fucking boring and shit. And because I also do fantasy football, so it takes that extra edge off a weekend. Whereas every weekend I have fantasy football with the boys. We've all put a little small wager on it as well. So it just gives it that extra dynamic and that extra feel. with us four. So yeah. Must win already. It is a must win. Yeah, Sunday is a must win by any means necessary. To be honest, it's we have to go on a little run. So yeah. Mods, you see the Just Will guy that wants to get my attention? Can you take care of that, please? Thank you. Do I play pro clubs on FIFA? I do play FIFA a lot, but not to the point where I know what the fuck you're talking about. So yeah, so I do play a fair amount, but nothing like Lee, not religiously like that. But I've already told Lee, as soon as he gets his gaming channel up and running, I'm ready to spank him on that. I'm ready. I will spank him on that. No problem. Am I lagging? If I'm lagging, I'm about to bounce out of here anyway, so no problem. Fuck Arteta, he was a fraudulent bastard. Hard to believe he was a club captain. I liked Arteta when he came in. I must admit, I did think that Wenger played him out of position. He was never a number 6 or whatever that defensive midfielder spot is. He was always a number 8 to me. But yeah, is what it is. Really? Am I lagging that bad? Shit. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I love the break. I love supporting England. Listen, by all means, you should. If you love England, then support them. Well, Edward, I'm hoping you took care of that other idiot that was in there. I need to watch what I say in future. Will Mustafi only play Europa League? That's the real interesting question. I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be Holding and Chambers at least in the immediate future. But it's a fair question because I guess he's number 5 in the defensive lineup at the moment. So that is an interesting question. I don't know. Bentner, if you're talking about Lord Bentner, no, I have not. I don't like the new FIFA. It's too slow. Or the new demo is too slow. Interesting. I'm proper lagging. Fucking hell. Okay, sorry guys. Just thought I fixed it. Just when I thought I fixed this lagging stuff as well. Oh, can't take. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Drop Lacazette against Watford. He doesn't play good away from home. I don't know what coke he was sniffing. At least Emre sees that Mustafi's dead food. That's true. That's true. I still have 18, but I should be getting 20. Are you talking about FIFA, Chris? No. Yeah. I'm about 2 seconds behind in the sync. Okay. All right, guys. In that case, let me wrap the fuck up as I'm lagging. Yes, to update people. So, in my competition, I put it to you guys that I am creating a new movie channel, which hopefully won't lag. And I wanted to get an ideas of names, and it looks like the new name of my movie channel will be Chig Flicks. Chig Flicks. So thank you to Edward for reminding me. Thank you to everybody who participated in the 2 polls I had running on Twitter and YouTube. and that'll be ready to go on Monday. And I will do some reaction videos to a few things. Might as well start with a bang. So as soon as that is up and ready, I will announce it on Twitter and I'll announce it on YouTube on this channel. So thank you guys for helping me with that. Chig Flicks is the way I'm moving forward. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Kartik, it will be movies I like. That's a good question. Which movies? So it'll be movies I like. So I know a lot of YouTube channels decide, you know, that they're going to see everything. I'm going to see stuff that looks interesting to me, and whether it's good or bad, I'll review it from there. And I'll also review trailers. So, like, I would imagine most Marvel trailers, I'm going to do first reactions to. The Bad Boys trailer, I probably should have done a reaction video to, because anyone who knows me knows that Bad Boys is my favorite film, the first one. So, obviously, me seeing number 3, you should see. I mean, you can imagine what my face is like. So, so yeah. Any John Wick 4, Chapter 4 trailers, obviously I'll do first reactions to. Stuff like that. You know, Netflix stuff, of course, 100%. Sonny's in the house. Big up to Sonny. Do go subscribe to him if you haven't already. I don't. You guys think I swear and deliver it to you straight? You check Sonny out, and then you'll come back to me and tell me I'm still harsh on certain things. So go check out Sonny, and get his numbers up, because I can see they're slowly creeping up for him. Good material. It will never be boring when you're watching Sonny. That much I would say. Bad Boys comes out next January, specifically mid-January. And last one, after Avengers, Marvels could become a lot more shit. Joseph, funny enough, that's going to be one of my very first videos. So look out for that one. All right. I'm out of here, people. And I'm glad I ruined your movie night. Good. Should be thinking about my bone or chilling or anything with me. But anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Please do stick a like on this video before you disappear. It helps the video get noticed. It does. It's your little bit. For those people who have subscribed, it's your little bit of contributing, even though you have subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. I'll be back tomorrow with a video on Pepe. Then I'll be back on Friday with a preview. Saturday, I'm going to do my... I'm going to do a little something different on Saturday. And then Sunday, I'll be back for the watch-along. So do not miss this stuff. I'm hitting you with shit. So make sure you don't miss it. All right, I'm out of here. Take care. Enjoy your night. Peace.